yourself if you're not speaking, please.
Yeah. All right, one at a time. Hey, Sister Noble, we already full. We got 6 people up on the panel. You gotta wait. You gotta wait until somebody drops down, and then I'll bring you up. So stay backstage, and I'll get it popping like that because we wanna keep it professional and organized. We don't want to get too many people over talking each other because I know a lot of people got a lot of things to say. All right, so we're gonna start it off. We got L up on the panel. Go ahead, L.
What's good? I miss y'all. Oh my god.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling better. I still got
All
a little
right.
cough, but I'm feeling better. Hey y'all.
All
Hey
right.
panel. Hey Key, Keisha,
Hey, how you
all the
doing, Al?
fellas, Sister Noble, everybody. All right, so it's been a minute, so I gotta get some stuff off my chest. But I'm
Okay.
twerking with honey on my chest and running
Hey,
down my
L, love
back.
you.
Who is that? Is that brother Broclaw? I love
Yeah.
you too. Uh-oh. Can
B,
y'all
come
hear
back
me?
up. B, I'll get you in. They're gonna speak and then they're gonna drop down. So go ahead, L.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm in a hotel and I got like
Now we
bad
can hear you.
connection. Okay. So first of all, let's address the elephant in the room, and that is the detractors that no matter what Angel does, how she improves, how she shows up, there's always going to be a narrative that they try to tell that puts her in a bad light. So let's start with her working with Lisa Leslie, and everybody wants to take the narrative of, oh, she's at a professional level, she don't know how to make layups by now, that's why she's not good. All the BS. Stop it. Stop it. Angel wasn't always a power forward. She wasn't like when she got to LSU, Kim Mulkey changed her game, period. And there are not a lot of players that we can reference in the women's game who had a particular playing style or dominance in one area of their game and then maybe went to another program or even stayed in the same program but under a different coach and their entire game was rebranded. Stop trying to make her seem like she is a scrub. She dominates at everything that she does. One, because she does have that dog in her. Two, because she has the desire and the will to learn, add to her game, and get better. So, all you clowns out there talking about what type of professional is she that she's just now learning how to make layups, y'all ain't got nothing else better to talk about. Y'all have nothing else better to talk about. She will run circles around you one on any court, and I put all my money on that. That's the first thing. Secondly, I've never seen, coming from someone who has worked in media for many decades, I've never seen such a concerted effort to try to discredit, devalue, or diminish a player before in the way that the media is doing with Angel Reese. I think I saw somebody put in the chat right before I clicked the link to come up on the panel that they didn't even talk about the 2020 game that she had.
Mm.
They just don't, I don't care what it is, what she does, they will not give this young lady her just due. But they really don't have to. Because a lot of people are not even checking for mainstream media as much as they used to. They're coming to platforms like YouTube and listening to content creators, sports enthusiasts, sports experts, media experts, branding experts, and they're listening to what we're saying, which is why it's important that when we on these platforms talking, that we share the truth, even when it hurts. We're probably one of the few communities where we can critique Angel's game and also show her love at the same time.
Exactly.
And there's not a lot of platforms that are doing that outside of maybe like Showtime and um Chicago Sky Central and maybe Quita, right? But
Mhm.
outside of that, that's why it's so important that this community thrives and continue to create content, continue to support each other, because the more that we do that, KSAP, I heard you say this a couple nights ago, the more that we do that, like one small rock will make a ripple in the ocean. But if you
Mm.
throw a bunch of them at the same time, it's gonna make waves.
Hell yeah.
That's all I got for now.
Man, hey L, I appreciate that. I really do. Like we got 6 people on the panel. So like if y'all can drop some like after you speak, you can drop down L, be in the background so I can get more people up and then we'll rotate them in and out like that.
You got it. I'm out. I'm back in the
All right.
comments.
Man, appreciate you, L. All All right, B, you can come up, B. Come on up, B. All right, let me get this real quick. Hey, shout out to Reddick Milky Way for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
Reddick Milky Way says facts, L. Also, shout out to Felicia Daniels for the $10 super chat. Facts, Angel was breaking records before CC. They made up records for CC until she really broke a record. Angel was playing great more than half of a season. To me, she still was the rookie of the year.
Facts. Key facts, Felicia.
All right, we got Sister Noble. Sister Noble, go ahead and what you got, Sister Noble? Sister Noble. Sister Noble.
Do you hear us, Sister Noble?
Uh-oh.
I don't think she could hear us, K-Sap.
Look like she froze.
I don't think she could hear us.
Oh yeah, her
it might be her internet.
Her connection went bad. Oh yeah, she dropped off. All right, Tim, what's up, man?
What up, K-Sap?
How you feeling,
Mr.
man?
Keisha and Miss Key. Hey man, how y'all guys doing, man?
All right,
how y'all
yourself?
doing?
What up, Tim?
Been a minute.
I'm pretty good. Hey, listen, I'm gonna stay on my side, but Angel Reese is hard, man. She looking real scary. Y'all already know I'm a CC fan, but Angel killing it. Yeah, I look forward to her coming to the WNBA season like this too, man, because that makes it more exciting for the WNBA, man. So like, she doing her thing. I ain't gonna lie. She look real scary. She bodying them girls and unrivaled. Ain't nobody do nothing with her. And the only real thing I had with Angel Reese was her scoring. But now, like looking at her in Unrivaled, man, she got the touch. You know what I'm saying? She got a little midi game going. She making her layups, so like she's gonna be real dangerous, man. I could see Angel. She should be in the MVP conversation if she's dominating. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think I think the overall roster looks pretty decent. So like, yeah, man, she should come in and dominate like she's doing in Unrivaled. Like she'll definitely be in the MVP conversation, man. So like I give her a big shout out for that. She looking scary to me. That ain't looking good for my fever, but you know, I'm gonna stay on my side. But she dominating. She dominating.
Check this out about Tim. Tim, I appreciate you said that because that is what you said when you first came onto this platform. When we was talking about Angel, you was saying about, you know, her scoring. You know, she could do a little bit more scoring if she would hit them layups. You did say that. So now that she's making them layups, I see that you got to change your tone now that she's scary. So we appreciate see, that's what I'm talking about. You know, he's a Caitlin Clark fan. Tim been on this channel plenty of times. Tim has said, you know, the only gripe he has about Angel Reese, she got to get them layups. She got to score. And now that he's seeing her score, he got to his opinion changed. See, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate that.
Looking scary, man, but I'm gonna drop off, man. But,
and I appreciate that, Tim. Man, go get some rest,
man. Y'all
man.
be
Tim
easy.
from Germany, man. Appreciate you.
Y'all be easy.
All right.
See you, Tim.
All right, Mr. Keisha.
All right. Hey, we got I'm gonna get to you in just a second, B. Archer, what you got, Archer?
I'm just so happy to be here. It's very I guess to say elevating conversation. I do appreciate how y'all giving Angel love. I mean, when I was in the comments, it wasn't necessarily I wasn't no hate at all. I was just stating
Archer, I don't
facts.
pay you no mind. I don't pay you no mind. You know.
No, it's just like I feel like I realized what y'all was saying about the. I'm just being realistic. Like she gonna have to at least average 20 and some change to get that double. Like that 13-13 is cool, but if that it sound better, it's 23 and 13. You feel me, to get that MVP?
Yeah.
And you know, just based off the numbers that y'all was reading off to me. So I feel like if she could consistently do that, she gonna be good. Because what I've been seeing in Unrivaled, she definitely been slaying. She been killing them, and that's what she needs to elevate in her game, man. And you know, making them layups, getting some touch. But she was definitely bully ball against Miss
Nafisha, bully ball.
Hey,
belt
she was definitely bully ball, man.
You ain't gotta say bully ball, just say belt the ass.
Hey, she definitely was doing that. So I'm excited for this WNBA season and see what she could do. But yeah, she should definitely be in consideration, especially if she's putting up beastly numbers and what she's doing right now transitions to fives.
Yeah.
So, but that's all I got. Thank y'all for my time. Hey, it's up though. I'm excited.
Good take, man. Good take.
Yep.
Just 1 second before we let you in here, B. Just 1 second. Let me address these. Shout out to Yahuda L for the. I hope I pronounced that right. You know, I'll be botching names up. Reddick Milky Way will put me on blast if I botch another name up. So it's what is that? Yahuda L for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
I'm bad with names too, so I can't help you.
We love to hear each of the 3 hosts share their starting 5 based off of the Sky's current roster. We'll get to that. I
Okay.
appreciate the super chat. We will get to that. But let us finish address. Let me get my panel to give their thoughts. Also, shout out to Kiara. I don't know if this is probably the first time I saw Kiara in the chat, but we do appreciate the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
And also shout out to Kiara again for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Now, I will say this, right? I will say this. Look, everybody that's in the chat, man, all my moderators, drop the links to these channels, right? Because look, like Key just said, her memberships are coming soon. So what we going to do now for the people that are members of these channels, we're going to start dropping members only exclusive content. So then we can root out the people that don't want to be here, but y'all want to be here. So we're going to start doing members only exclusive content. So it's very imperative that you guys are following all these channels, become a member, and we give you that exclusive content, stuff that you can say you only heard it there. You didn't hear it out on the YouTube street because if you're a member, you're getting the exclusives. All right. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. All right, B, what's going on?
What's up, chat?
What's going on, B?
Hey, B.
I was just in the comments kicking it, just reading everybody.
You just kicking it.
Yeah, just reading everybody comments. I think a lot of people. I always tell people that listening and reading is fundamental. And a lot of people was just not grasping what y'all was saying. Y'all wasn't saying that she is going to be the MVP. Y'all was saying that she should be in talks of it. She should be considered, especially if she comes if her unrivaled game will win her unrivaled game translate to the W. And she's averaging 23 and 14, and you compare it to the numbers of former MVPs, why can't she be considered? And I think that's where the conversation was getting lost in translation. A lot of people was thinking y'all was saying she should be the MVP. No, but she should be considered.
Yeah.
And based on her numbers, she could win it. And I agree. Like I am being biased, by the way, because I'm an Angel fan. But I agree based on the stats. 23 and 14 is impressive. First off, she's averaged more rebounds than anybody has ever averaged in the W at 13. So if she goes up another level to 14, come on now.
Yeah. Speak on it. That's fact.
Come on now. And then she fixes her scoring and get her scoring up to 23 points. Her field goal percentage in an unrivaled is raised up. I think it's like 10%.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And then I heard you say somebody said, well, she's in the league. She should already know how to make layups. It's easier said than done. And I can tell it's easier said than done because the people who saying that is at home on their couch. They're not playing basketball. If it was so easy, why ain't they in the league? Why they not doing it?
They keyboard hoes.
If it was so easy, why we seeing so many people in unrivaled miss layups?
Game after game, they missing them.
But they only focus on Angel.
So it's not as easy as people think it is, especially when you 6'3" and half the women you going against is 6'5", 6'4", wingspan 7 feet, and you already have a Angel don't have like a layup problem. She has a mechanic problem. And
hold up, B. Reverse that and say that one more time.
I said Angel don't have a layup problem. She has a mechanics problem.
And when
Lisa Leslie fixed her mechanics
exactly
and told her to get the ball up high off the glass,
see the
her
difference.
layups are falling.
See the difference.
So I feel like at some point people should get tired of hating, and people should get tired of sitting at home on their couch, scratching a sack and talking about a girl that's 22 years old. But then
With
again,
Cheeto dust on their fingers, B.
but then again, they don't. And Angel said it's okay because it's gonna bring her money anyway.
Oh yeah.
So y'all keep saying she missing layups, but once she start making them, I want to see what the next thing gonna be.
What they gonna say now?
Hey, let me address this real quick. Hey, shout out to Majik Man Hero for the $10 super chat.
Here comes the money. Money, money.
Phonetically, my name is pronounced Magic Man Hero. I'm sorry, Magic Man Hero. Our angel is handling so much pressure, especially from us. Why? Because the more we told we can't do something, it enables us to succeed. I appreciate that. Hey, we got Wody Mack in here. Before you come up, before you start talking, Wody Mack, man, we got 1,203 people in here watching or listening on these platforms. 1,203 people listening or watching on these platforms. Make sure you like the video, and everybody in these Twitter spaces, I know you're just listening, but go over to YouTube, man, drop a like on the video and subscribe to these channels where we give you this great content, right? We couldn't do this without you. And like I said, every time B comes up here and she puts it out to her Twitter people, we elevate. So everybody's listening or watching. We have 1,216 people in here listening or watching this particular show live, listening live. Our viewerships, that should tell you guys something. That should tell you guys something in the chat. People want to hear us, man. That should tell y'all something. So go ahead, Wody Mac. What you got?
All right, salute y'all. Good night, everybody.
Salute.
Yeah. All right. So I did read your title, so I understood the way that you posed it, like your MVP worthy, unrivaled, and the W. You did say both, right? For MVP of unrivaled and MVP of the W as well.
Yeah. No, it was worded the way what she's doing in unrivaled going into the WNBA season, that should give her some MVP consideration.
Oh well, I mean, what she's showing in unrivaled is showing improvement. So that the things that she's practicing is taking hold. Like there's this percentage increase in her bag and her skill set that is showing the ability to hit the shot. I guess it comes now down more to how confident she feels taking it and the opportunity she's going to be given, right? So just like you said, we keep it in and we talking basketball. She got one MVP vote last year, and without a shadow of a doubt, if you replicate what you did, I'm gonna assume that she's gonna get MVP vote considerations going into this year too, more than just one, right? If you double digit, you averaging double digits, averaging a double, and you putting up them type of rebounding numbers ahead of everybody in the league, yeah, you're definitely in MVP consideration. I don't know how much the record plays a part, because I mean, Asia did win it. She didn't have the best record. Her team didn't have the best record, but she did something that nobody's ever done. So that right there, just like the Russell Westbrook thing when he averaged
triple double.
Yeah,
season, but the triple double. Yeah,
you do something nobody else has done before. That kind of elevates you in the eye. So what I guess y'all would have to help me with it. What could she do to potentially put herself aside from everybody else? If she probably does something and it's astronomical and almost, never say impossible, but it's astronomical. If she averaged 20 rebounds, like you put yourself completely aside from everybody else. Like, yeah, this team is great. They're not winning, but that nobody's averaged 20 rebounds. They're like, the most rebounds in a season and all that. That would have to be something, I think, along that line.
Because that would be a storyline. And just like you alluded to about Russell Westbrook, The storyline was the triple doubles, right? Nobody
Exactly.
has done that since Oscar Robertson, right? So now
Yes.
Angel Reese in the W, if she sets herself aside and become the first person ever to average 20 rebounds, that's a storyline in its own. So that's gonna make that right there off of that because of that storyline. That's MVP right there, based off of what we saw they gave Westbrook. The team was trash, but his individual numbers because of the triple double. Nobody never did that since Oscar. Now, Angel, nobody has ever, just like B made a point, nobody has ever averaged 13 rebounds a game. Angel did that, right? So now, if you, like you said, if you increase that 7 more, because you saw the potential, you see the potential in Unrivaled in less minutes, right?
Yeah.
23 minutes and you get 21 rebounds.
I do gotta we do gotta keep it in the context though that there's not a lot of bigs that she has to battle with. She's more physical, more imposing than she's more imposing than Fee. And the top rebounders in the league right now, I was just looking at the stats, had it pulled up. Who's Breonna Stewart, believe it or not, is like 0.1 behind her. And a lot of people don't look at Breonna Stewart as a rebounder. Fee
and she taking Breonna Stewart to work. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, and Alyssa Thomas, like those are the only people that are averaging double-digit. I don't even think your girl, the tallest one. Oh, I can't remember.
Asia averaged double-digit rebounds as well, just last season.
Yeah, 11. She averaged 11.
She's not playing.
Yeah, and she's not playing. But you got to look at the numbers. Angel, the rebounds Angel put up against Asia Wilson when they played. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can't stop Angel from getting rebounds. You can't stop her from putting in that work. So what we're saying is, I think that Angel Reese, me personally, you had 13 last year. Even if you elevated around 16, 17, come on now. That's a storyline in itself. And then you put the points behind it. Say you elevate your points from 13 to 20, like people saying in the chat and like we've been saying. 20 and 17. Come on now, man. And if you can't get no MVP considerations from that, something ain't right.
And I just
go ahead, Key.
I feel y'all. I do feel y'all. I understand where y'all coming from, because Asia had the 1,000-point season. You know what I'm saying? There was no way you couldn't factor that in. I also think regardless if she scored 800 points, Asia was the clear MVP last season. So to me, the 1,000 points didn't really, but I get where y'all getting at. But I will say this about the rebounds. I mean, she averaged 13. I feel like if she get a couple more, cool. I'm not really with the 20 rebound thing. I know that is her bread and butter, but I do want to say this, like, for me, and this is just my opinion, I'm not boxing Angel Reese in next season. I'd rather say she need to get 20. She need to get 23 versus she need to get more rebounds, because people kind of rely on that. And I get why, but she is so freaking skilled, and she was never really allowed to really showcase that. And I don't knock him for that, because they won a championship for it. And Angel even says, I don't care, as long as we won the championship, I was going to do whatever I needed to do. That's fine. But I absolutely need to see all of her game. Like, I want to see it all. I want to see the scoring. I want to see the assists. I think her steals, she get like 1-2 steals a game, picking people pockets, all of that stuff. She's so skilled. I think people think I get up on a soapbox and I give her this just because she's a black woman or something like that. But she is a dominant player in every which way and has so much game to show. She's given the best players we looking at now, y'all. In year 3, 4, 5, Angel Reese is gonna be giving them a run for she already is, but when she really cements her game, she gonna be giving Asia Wilson a run for her money. I'm willing to say that, because she has another to tap in, that playmaking skill, the passing, the defense that she has. Like, she gonna be giving Fee a run for her money. She already is. So that's all I wanted to say about that. That was just my, as far as the little 20 rebounds thing.
All right. Hey, BD, it's been a minute, man. Go ahead and fire off, man. What you got?
Okay, I got a couple of things now. I've been sitting here patiently waiting. Last year, I came on this panel and I argued with you up and down. You was telling me Angel Reese is the franchise player. And I was telling you, how is that when she's not even the best player on her own team? You remember that conversation?
So where you
This
going
was
with it?
last year.
Where you going with it?
Okay, I'm going there with this. Angel Reese, 17-17, she could win MVP if the Sky win. That's what I'm saying. Now, this Angel Reese that we seeing in Unrivaled, she give you 17-17 in the WNBA next year. You damn right she's in the MVP conversation. She don't need to average 20 points. Give me 17-17. Average that for the year.
Okay.
And the Sky win or at least make the playoffs. Not even like win a championship in it. They get to the playoffs and she give you 17-17. Damn right she's an MVP candidate.
All
And
right,
I
so
don't see how you not put her in the conversation.
okay, so how does that correlate to her not being the best player on her team?
She is now. Well, I was saying to you last year that she wasn't
she was
last
the best
year.
player.
Kennedy Carter was the best player. When Kennedy Carter fired off, they won games.
So
I watched Angel Reese have a 2020 game and lose.
Kennedy Carter was the best scorer. She wasn't the best player.
Not the best player. Thank you. She was not the best player
You
on
can be the
Chicago
best
Sky.
scorer, but
Okay,
Angel
the
Reese
best
is
players
plus
usually
minus to
win
let
you
you know
games,
that.
don't they? Don't the best player usually win games for you?
Did she single-handedly win that game against the Fever?
Yes, she did.
Okay, all right.
Angel
Listen,
Reese
I'm not
won the
coming
Sky
on
with
here
I
like
know,
I'm an
BD.
Angel Reese hater. I've never been
you're
that.
not. I know you're not.
A lot of people say
I
Kennedy
just-
was the reason they beat
I
the
just
Aces.
wanted to go back to what you said about when we argued about who was the best player and who was the franchise. That's all I said.
Right. Now,
No, I respect you because you never have hated on Angel Reese. You've always gave her just dues. You've always gave her credit.
listen,
I'm not saying
Angel
that.
Reese by far is the most dominant rebounder in women's basketball. Period. Point blank, there's nobody better at that than her. Period. Nobody has a higher motor than that woman. That woman is all over the place. She don't take off a play. None of that. You know, my issue with Angel Reese always been the scoring. That she ain't have a mid-range. That was my issue with her. She get a jump shot. She's better than Asia Wilson because her motor is better.
Hold up, stop right
And
there,
her
BD.
rebounding is elite.
Stop right there, BD. So was you? I think you was on the panel when I said if Angel Reese gets a mid-range game and can shoot that 3 ball, her comparisons and her ceiling is Asia Wilson-esque. Didn't I say that?
Yeah, listen, if Angel Reese give you a mid-range, if he give you 2 3-pointers a game, just 2, to give you 15, she's going to give you 13 to 15 rebounds. That's a given. She's going to give you that. If she hits you 2 3-pointers a game, it's a wrap. What are you going to do with her?
So essentially, if Angel Reese becomes what Asia Wilson is now, she's better than Asia Wilson.
Yeah, because of the rebounding and the motor. Listen, Asia Wilson is a great rebounder
Asia
too,
Wilson-esque,
but she's
Woj.
not on Angel Reese level of rebounding. They're 2 different levels. There's levels to the shit. Like you have Moses Malone and you have Dennis Rodman, and then you have Andre Drummond and Sabonis. You understand what I'm saying? They're all good rebounders, but they're levels to the rebounding shit. You understand what I'm saying? Angel Reese level is on a whole nother plane, like nobody's ever seen before. So you add that with 2 3-pointers a game, well, what are you going to do with that?
But just like I can say where Asia Wilson is lacking that tenacity on the rebound and like Angel Reese, she still has that same type of tenacity and fire, and she already is polished everywhere else, right?
How long Asia Wilson been in the league?
Yes. But then, just like with anything, right?
I think it's year 6 for her, year 7, something like that.
How long she been in the league, Wody?
Who, Asia Wilson?
Yeah.
About 6 years, 7 years.
Okay. Angel Reese going on her 2nd year, right?
Yeah.
And you talk about polish, right? Yeah. So when I made my statement about Angel Reese getting a mid-range game, firing off that jumper with confidence and consistency, and what she's already doing right now, for the lack thereof, or what y'all saying that she lacks, and she's still putting up these numbers. And I said, if she gets all this, that is Asia Wilson-esque, right?
Yeah, I heard you when you said that.
That's the comparison, right? So now when you start comparing people, they're gonna compare Angel Reese to Asia Wilson if she starts scoring at an astronomical rate the way she's doing in Unrivaled. So it is what it is.
Y'all got
What I'm saying is she don't need to score at an astronomical rate in the W though. Remember, it's a different dynamic. 3-on-3 is a way different dynamic than 5-on-5. It just is.
Y'all got to realize
We got to have space for her to work.
Yeah.
Like Cardoso gonna get off just like AR gonna get off this year if the guard play is there. If Atkins do what Atkins did last year and Vandersloot give you 10 points a game, Angel Reese is gonna be a 20-10 person.
If I may, real
because
quick.
she's gonna have the space to move. Cardoso gonna give you 15 and 10 if the guard play. If Atkins do what Atkins did last year and Vandersloot give you 10 points a game, she's gonna be a 20-10 person if they do that.
I just wanted to say real quick because this goes back to something that was said earlier in the conversation, right? With the shot attempts, she was taking about 10 to 15 shot attempts, right? And if you make at least 11 or 12 of those, if everything is mid-range, everything is a 2, that's your 20 points right there, right? If the efficiency, like she's showing in Unrivaled, goes up and she still takes the same amount of shot attempts, the efficiency would have to be ridiculously high, especially if everything is at the rim. And the only reason I'm saying that is with the expectation, just like any player, okay, the efficiency is not going to be 70% every night in and out, but they may take 18 shots, 19 shots. So that would include Angel Reese taking the bulk or the majority of the team's shot attempts to still get about 10 to 11 attempts, maybe with some free throws in there, to get to that 23, 24 point mark.
Can I ask you a question, Woody Mac, once you're done?
Also, but then we're taking into account what he said, Asia Wilson S. And I respect it. Yes, that comes involved with the confidence to start taking them jump shots. Because we know Asia Wilson, midi is like that Tim Duncan is auto, hand, face, everything, auto. And usually when somebody's working on something, for it to take hold, sometimes it takes 2 to 3 years.
Okay. Hold up, B. Before you go, let me just say this about Wody. Wody, I mean, you've been up on this platform for a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me something different on Angel Reese? Because every time you speak on Angel Reese, you say the same thing. You say the same thing. Give me something different. Give me something new. You say the same thing. All your points are the same thing, but I respect it. I respect your opinion, but they the same. Give me something new, man. Give me something new that you're going to confuse me with, because every time we talk about Angel Reese and we talk about the numbers and the way BD talking about the rebounding and the scoring, it seems to me that you have the same gripe each time. You don't give me nothing new. That's all I'm saying. All right, go ahead, B.
And that's what I just want to make sure you can hear me, Woody Mac. You can hear me?
Yeah,
because I got a couple of questions for you. Did you watch Angel play last season?
Yeah.
So out of watching her play, how many plays did the Chicago Sky run for Angel Reese to get her shots? How many plays did they run for her?
It's
I know
easy.
that. I know the number.
None. Not one.
No.
Zero.
Woody Mac, I asked you a question. I just need you to answer my question.
You call a post up like, all right, she gets set on the is that ran for it? Would you call that?
Yeah, like she post up and they dump the ball down.
At the end of games, though, and usually around like third quarter, they let her
about
get up
5 times, right?
maybe five
Okay.
or 7.
It's 5 times. No, it's 5 times. I'm telling you the exact number. What it averaged out to is 5 times. So she got a play ran for her 5 times. Out of those 5 times, we're gonna say she attempted that shot all 5 times. That's 5 shot attempts. She averaged 11 shot attempts a game. Where do she get those other shot attempts from? Offensive rebounds, because she averaged 5 offensive rebounds a game. You said that in order for her to make that leap in scoring, she take 11 shots. She gonna need to take the bulk of the team shots to get to elite scoring. She at 13 points now and she only take 5 shot attempts. We're not gonna count them other 6 because them 6 shot attempts not hers. So if you give her actual 10 shot attempts of her own shots, and she's still getting offensive rebounds, why can't she get to 23 points? You can answer me that.
Yeah, that's what the point that I was going to is the shot attempts would generally go up because nobody is generally going to be making 70 to 80% of everything they put up, right?
That's what I'm
But if
saying.
you're running the offense through that said player, they're going to have a lot of opportunities to get into their bag, or that's your number one scoring option. So
But
yes,
how is 10
attempts would
shots?
hit that mark, but
But
then she
that's
would
my
have
question.
19 a game.
That's my question. How is 10 shots majority of the team shot attempts? Because you said that.
No,
You
it would
said
have
she
to,
was,
her attempts would have to jump for her
but
also to
you
stay at that.
no, Woody Mac, you said she will have to average majority of the team shot attempts. That's what you said,
Yes, you did,
verbatim.
Bodie. Yes, you did.
How
B
is
putting them in
10
the trick
shots?
bag.
How is 10 shots majority of the team's shot attempts?
I'm saying, I'm thinking speculatively what would have to happen. 10 shots
That
that
don't
she
have
took
to
now
happen.
is not what I'm saying would need to happen.
But
Just
see,
to hear
that's
me,
the thing. That's the
what
thing,
would
Woody
need to
Mac. Hold on, hold on,
happen.
hold on. That's the thing with people who don't truly watch Angel. You don't have to really run plays for her because she gonna go get hers. She know how to go get hers. She gonna go get hers off the board. You don't have to necessarily run plays for her. So getting her 10 shot attempts is not. Teams take almost 70 shots a game. 10
B,
10 shots out of 70 is only 7% of the shots.
B, this is what I'm saying though, because that doesn't make sense. If you're only getting 10
Yeah, I
shot attempts,
disagree with that too. You have to make offense for her. You got to give her
all
the ball
I'm not.
sometime. But
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all not
I'm
listening.
saying,
That's why
Nah,
they
they
keep
Y'all
li-
in the
trying to
hey,
trick
they
say
bag.
listening. B, they
also,
listening slow. B, they listening
that's not
slow.
what I said. I
That's not what
said
she
he
said.
said that she will have to take majority of the team shot attempts. This is what he said to get to her points. She only take 5 of the team shot attempts now, and she gets 13 points because 6 is off the other players on the team. Those aren't her shot attempts. Those other 6 are not her shot attempts.
That's what rebounding
She just
does.
happens to be there and put it back.
mm-hmm.
So if she go to 10 and still get her 5 offensive boards, she technically at 10 of her own shot attempts. How is that majority of the team shot attempts? Y'all not answering my question.
But I
well,
think you might
mathematically, it's not the majority of the team
And
shot attempts. The
that
math
was
don't add up.
that's my
all
whole point.
See, this
20.
is what they do, B. When you ask them a direct question,
They can't answer it.
they can't answer it. They deflect. I mean, sometimes
What do
she
you
just
mean? I
answers.
just answered it.
No, we're not talking about you, BD. We're not talking about you, BD. See, you jumped in here wrong. We're not talking about you. She asked Wody Mack a question, but Wody Mack had to, bring out the pickles and the mustard and the ketchup and the hot dog buns and put a whole snack together. She just asked a simple question. Let me get to this real quick. Shout out to Gamble. Hey, shout out to Gamble for the $5 super chat. He said,
Here comes the money.
damn, he said the hate is so bad. My kid didn't get the Angel Reese bag at McDonald's. And when she asked, they said we charge for extra bags while she was holding one. Oh, that's sad. What state are you in, Gamble?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Why you do the kids like
yeah,
that?
why you doing the kids
McDonald's
like that,
worker?
man?
I actually bought it. I got a bag. I got a picture of it too. I actually
Yeah.
bought it.
That's good, man. Keep
It's
that
not a
bag,
day
man.
to hit the Angel Reese bag.
But look,
Nah, AR is always going to be commercially sound. She's pretty. She's tall. She got all the sex appeal that you could want out of an athlete. She's commercially AR going to be fine. She ain't going to have no problems getting money that route ever.
Let
and
Sister Noble go,
Hold
and I
up.
want to
Zoe
go after
said it's
Sister Noble.
actually 13%. Appreciate that $2 super chat, Zoe.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, so math ain't my expertise, but I know it was around that area. I still don't think it's majority. 13% is not majority in
Hell nah.
in any situation. People,
Yeah.
places, or things. 13% is not majority. So that just was my question. Like if you're gonna talk, I don't mind people having a difference in opinion about Angel Reese because the end of the day, I don't know her, you don't know her. She's a player, so everybody is can have their own opinion. My thing is, if you're gonna have your opinion, at least be honest in it. At least state facts in it.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna have to take majority of the team shots to get her points because she gets her points in other ways, and that was my point of asking him that. 10 shots is not majority of the team shots. Now she go out there and give you 5 offensive rebounds on top of that, and that's how she get her other 10 points. Say she make 5 of those 10 shots, which is 50%, because you said she gonna have to her field goal percentage is gonna have to be crazy. Say she get her 10 shots and she make 5 of those. That's 50%. That's 10 points. And she get her other 10 points off offensive rebounds. 5 offensive rebounds. That's all she needs.
Yeah, hey, I agree with that, B. And see, the thing that we do over
Five
here,
off B. Yes, you
we
know
got
though, 5
something.
offensive rebounds does not mean 5 guaranteed shots made though.
Wody, man, you see, this is what I'm saying, Wody. You got the same takes, but I respect it though,
But
man.
here's the thing: if she's giving you 15 rebounds
Hey,
a game,
Look at
and
things.
5 of those are offensive, you could give or take 2 or 3 of those she's gonna put back in the basket. That's 6 points. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, AR gonna be fine. Like I said, she just needs space. The Sky just needed space. Cardoso and AR were cramped in that pivot last year because they didn't have the outside shooting. They have the shooting now. You got a player in Atkins who could open floor up for them. So she should get 20 and 10 this year just off that.
Somebody
facts.
said not to mention free throws too, which she's shooting 87% from the free throw line.
Yeah, yeah,
So
fact.
we if we gonna do points, you got to
Yeah,
do points all the way across the board.
yeah. And the
If
crazy
you're
thing
gonna
about
do
it is,
points, you're gonna have to do it all the way across the board.
see, B, this is what you did, man. You fit right into the show, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we got this thing over here we call the trick bag, right? And some people get caught up in the trick bag.
Get put in a
And when
trick
you
bag.
come on here and you talk, some people get caught up in the trick bag.
But Sister Noble, we gotta
Hey,
hear
how you
what you gotta
doing?
say. What you got, Sister
Listen,
Noble? You've been
Man, you
waiting
done froze
patient.
I
up on us. She been in the matrix on us.
I know. Listen, since Angel's layup package has dramatically improved, and she's an offensive rebounding machine. Okay, I truly believe that she will be in the MVP conversations this upcoming season. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I personally believe it. On May 14th last year, I told one of these YouTubers that we no longer deal with. Okay, I told that person that Angel Reese is going to be a beast in the WNBA. That's what I told her. I want to talk about a little bit about this article that I wrote about Angel Reese on December 6, 2023, when she was still at LSU. And I wrote verbatim, this is what I said. The reason Angel Reese could become a dominant player in the WNBA is the young lady has what is called the clutch gene. That's what I said. She has what is called the clutch gene. Prior to LSU versus Virginia Tech's game on November 30, 2023, I was watching Reese during shoot around. She didn't seem to be in top notch basketball condition. However, she was laser focused. She was not smiling a lot. She looked like she was ready to go and take control and dominate the game on both ends of the floor. This is exactly what I wrote, okay? And she was working harder than all the opposing players on the floor. The Tigers dominated the offense in all 4 quarters. Her and Flage were back to their usual selves. I saw 2 hungry players that maybe felt they had to redeem themselves due to the recent events, which saw Reese benched for a week and away from the team. Okay. Angel Reese right now is on a clear trajectory to be a very dominant player in the league for a very long time. After the national championship game, I'm gonna go back to the national championship game in 2023. This huge social media influencer said some very ugly things about Angel Reese. And I don't know whether y'all remember, but he took to Twitter and he called her a classless piece of shit. His problem was that Iowa lost this game against LSU because I think he lost a lot of money. He had bet on the game and he lost a lot of money because Iowa lost. So this is where all this hate, it stems from Iowa getting their asses kicked by LSU. That's where all the hate really comes from. Angel Reese, she's getting all this hate because she won against Iowa. And she showed Caitlin the ring finger. But listen, Caitlin herself did not have a problem with Angel showing her the ring finger. Caitlin does not have an issue with Angel Reese. In fact, I'm gonna go on record to say that Caitlin Clark admires Angel Reese. She really does. And everything between these two players is really all about healthy competition. It's nothing more than that. Healthy competition on the court. They're not enemies off the court. They're not enemies at all. Period. Okay, so I get tired of CC fans always going out of their way to attack Angel Reese. They go out of their way to try and tear down this young lady, all because she's out here, just dominating both on and off the court. And she's really, honestly, she's upstaging Caitlin Clark right now, to be honest. Okay.
Hey, that's
and
a fact.
This is no shade. This is no shade against Caitlin Clark. I'm just saying this is the reality. The reality is that Angel Reese, they did not expect her to have, I guess, this much shine. They didn't expect Angel Reese to really make it beyond training camp, to be honest. They really didn't. A lot of people didn't. But this girl has not only made it beyond training camp, but she's out here dominating the game itself, both on and off the court. And she's, right now, she's looking like, she is going to be in the MVP conversations in this upcoming season.
Sister Noble, I got to ask you a question. Oh, no, you good. You good. I wanted to ask you a question. The LSU championship, when it was all said and done and they was on the stage, what did Angel win?
What did Angel win?
Yeah.
She won MVP, I think. Yes, she
most
won MVP.
She won most outstanding player.
I saw that game for the first time. I saw that game for the very first time. It was 2 weeks after it aired. The game aired on April 2nd. I saw it like the third week of April. That's when I saw it. And I was like, I mean, listen, that was the best college basketball game, I believe, of all time, in my honest opinion. Okay, that's just my honest opinion.
Hey, that's a good breakdown, Sister Noble. Hey, Zoe, we got Zoe from I Am Zoe Media in the building. What's up, Zoe?
K-Sap, can I give y'all some numbers real quick before Zoe go?
Go ahead.
So because I like to back up my talk a little bit sometimes. So look, Angel scored 24 points on 15 shots. She scored 20 points on 13 shots. She scored 17 on 13 shots. She scored 19 on 16 shots. She scored 27 on 13 shots, 25 on 12 shots, 20 on 10 shots. If she get in that 10 to 15, 16 shot range, which still is not majority of the team's shots, she can score 20 points easily. Let's not forget she shot 39% last season.
I got you, Keisha. So,
if she get up to 46% and she still get them 10 to 15 shots, what's stopping her from getting 20 plus points?
Because you got, like you said, that's easy. 10 made shots is 20 points.
All right, hold on once, Wody. Hold up once, Wody. Hold up. Hey, let's go ahead and put go ahead, Zoe. We got you.
Yeah.
What's good, man? What's good, man? Look.
Man, what are we doing?
Why I got an email, Wody Mac? Why you up here hating, man? What's going on? I only come up here to cook. I only, that's look. I only come up here to cook. Wody Mac, why you up here hating on my dog, man? What's going on, man?
I don't hear no hating yet. I don't hear no hating
What's
yet.
going on, man? You got to get up off him, man.
Wody got the same takes, man. That's all it is, man. He got nothing
get up
new.
off him, man. She
He got
didn't do you
no
no
new
wrong, man.
takes. Yeah.
She didn't do you no wrong, man.
Yeah. He got no new
But
takes. Can't get
Angel being MVP.
Zo, wait, before you go, Zo, I don't know if you was here from the start of the stream. So we're not saying she's gonna be MVP. We're saying being in the MVP conversations.
No. I've been here the whole stream, man. I got you. I got you. Let me take it away. So she to be in the conversation, she gotta do a little more than 20 and 10. She gotta get to this would be a top, like, so anything out of the top 5, you're not really in the conversation. That's all courtesy votes because they are third place votes. Like, you're not really in the conversation. Like, anything out of top 5, most years, anything out of the top 3, you're not really in the conversation. Last year, I never even tripped about the Caitlin Clark situation. She was never in the conversation. That's why I agree with K-Sap on that. That was all machine voting, man. Like, that's all courtesy voting. Like, it only had 2 people in that MVP race. like so that was the only 2 people that was going. That everybody else is ancillary pieces. So Angel Reese needs to get, and the team is going to have to be part of the conversation too. So last year, whatever the record was, it has to be 20% more wins. You got to start there first.
Yeah.
You got to be a 7 or above seed to even get in the conversation. Like, I'm talking be actual factor in it. You got to be above a 7 seed.
They're gonna be a 6 seed this year. Mark my word. They're gonna be 6.
I got him at 6 seed.
I got him at
you watched
6.
my breakdown yesterday. Look, I'm high on Ariel Atkins. Like, a lot of y'all don't know what y'all got. Y'all got a talent that hasn't really been showcased like that. I mean, the last big team she had, that team was vets. So she got stuck there by herself, and nobody gave her credit for carrying that team on both ends of the floor. But that's here nor there. I got them at 6 seed, but they got to start off as a 7. They got to finish as a 7 seed. Angel Reese has to get to 23, 11, 1 block, and her defense has to be in the, I would say, middle of the pack to above. And I'll tell you why. When voters are voting, right, they vote on how you impact it according to what your skill sets are. Angel Reese isn't a scorer. So her best ability is helping control the defense, crash the boards, and defensive rebounding is part of defense. It's one of the most biggest parts. So their defense has to stand out above what it was last year, and she has to be the most integral part of that, along with the tag team of Ariel Atkins and your anchor Camila Cardoso. So their defense has to be middle of the pack or above for her to get into that top 3. I don't like to read off like years prior MVPs because the pace of the game changes. Points mean a little more depending on the season. So you could average 20 and 10 one season and win MVP, but that next season, that won't even get you in the top 5. You kind of get what I'm saying? So, like, even if you go back and look at the previous MVPs, you take out the courtesy ones. Like, I think the one Stewie got, that was really Asia Wilson's MVP. I'm standing on that. And look, you can't prove me wrong. Outside of, the complimentary courtesy ones, you really got to have a total impact to be in that votes that actually matter. So Angel Reese, voters are going to look at her and say, how did she impact this team defensively and on the boards? Because that's her calling card. They won't, trust me, they won't really focus on the offensive side of it because that's not what she's about. She's about generating possessions with her defense and rebounding. So for her to get in there, their defense is going to have to get a little better. Last year, they were the worst perimeter defense in the league. They gave up 43% from three, and they gave up 47% from the mid range. No team has done that in the last 10 years. Their defense last year was horrible, like horrible. And for them to be in that position was miraculous. Like there was a point in the season where they were vying. I don't know if y'all remember this. They were vying for the actual 5 seed. They had back-to-back games with Mercury, Connecticut, and I think it was the Lynx. They played the Lynx twice in that little 5-game spread. If they would have went 500 in that, they would have actually had a good chance of actually making the playoff because they needed those games, honestly. But for Angel Reese to be in that conversation, she got to be 23, 11, 1-1, and her defense has to be mid to the top 5 because she got a lot working against her as far as like the other bigs. Like they've been established, their first team all WNBA players. So like she got a lot working against her because she has a lot more comparable competition at her position than the guards do. I think he said it earlier, guard hasn't won the MVP since 2011, which was Tamika Catchings.
Yeah, that was Tamika Catchings in 2011.
So when you're in that position, you got a lot working against you because they're proven they're going to get those. We could take it to the NBA. They're going to get those LeBron James first team votes, even though they were in the first team small forward that year. They'll get those legacy votes. So she got a lot working against her because the people that she's actually trying to compete with at her position, they are legends already in their own right. So she's going to have an uphill battle getting into it. But if she comes out 20, let's say she goes 19, 20, 19, 10, 1 block, a half a steal a game, she'll be in the top 6. She'll end up in the top 6 because I got them being the 6th seed. I got their defense improving. I need to see how much Rebecca Allen and Kia Nurse actually contribute. But outside of that, I mean, she just got to play her game. I get tired of hearing the whole she needs to do this, she needs to do that. Like I've never heard. It's weird. I've never heard that in no other sport in my life. What Angel Reese has to do. Like, why can't Angel Reese just be good at what Angel Reese does? Like every time I hear people talk about Angel Reese, she needs to get good at this, or she needs to get better at that. Like I've never heard that conversation ever.
Like, so because it's Angel Reese, man.
Like they like but again, but the same people who say that, they get mad when I tell them you ain't never been in the locker room before. They come back and say, Zoe act like he the only one who played basketball. You acting like you know what you're talking about. So that's why I don't be getting that where the sentiment be coming from. Because how you know what she need to work on? What locker room you been in? What coach you done work with? What drills you done did? How you know what she need to work on?
That's the casuals, man.
Confused.
That's the casuals, man.
I never built the house case out. If a carpenter say this is how you build this house, I don't care if I watched 1,000 YouTube videos. Guess who I'm gonna believe? I'm gonna believe him.
Yeah. And look, and I'm glad you brought that point up. I'm glad you brought that point up, Zoe, because I made a few videos about her peers are now coming out, giving Angel Reese her just dues and telling people that, look, y'all critiquing her for this way, you better give her flowers now, because these are the young ladies that's in the battlefield with Angel Reese. They are the ones that got to go up against Angel Reese. They are the ones that got to box Angel Reese out. They are the ones that got to guard Angel Reese. Until you've been down there with Angel Reese and been in the trenches with her, how you just going to sit back and say, like you said, what she needs to work on? These players understand what Angel Reese brings to the table. But before we go any further, man, look, we got 1,314 people watching or listening to the show. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to these channels. All these channels are in the chat. Make sure you following our sister KL Networks. Make sure you following I Am Zoe Media. Make sure you are following Key WBB Universe. Make sure you following Keisha Cut the Ish. Make sure you following The Perspective. Make sure you're following Steady Serving ENT. Make sure you're following AD at Fast Break. Make sure you're following ADP. All these people in here, make sure you're following Sister Noble. She brings good content on Twitter. She got Twitter over there popping. Make sure you're following B. She's new to the YouTube streets, converting over from Twitter. She's putting our stuff out there in these Twitter spaces, and we are elevating. So we do appreciate that. All my moderators, drop the channels in the link and hit a like button. All right, Brass, we got you backstage being patient. What you got?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
What's up, my man?
Nothing. How's everybody
What's going
doing?
on, Brass, man? What's going on,
Hey,
Brass?
man. Hey, I'm doing good, nephew. I'm doing good, nephew. I'm still recovering from my cooking, but
Hey,
I'm good.
hold on just one second. Brass, let me get to this real quick. Let me get to this super chat.
Here comes the money.
Shout out to Tish Money for the $10 super chat. Can we agree that Angel is being treated similar to Miss Sophia, the color purple, when she socked Miss Millie? Angel just waved her hand and pointed at her ring finger. I'm just saying. Hey, that's what it is. All right, Brass, what you got?
Hey, I'm on here kind of late, brother, but I guess the topic is Angel going to be an MVP candidate next year, or do I think she's going to win it?
Nah.
Should she be in the conversation?
Should she
be in the conversation?
Yeah.
You know,
let me put it like this, Brass. We what we seen in these last two games, and we obviously know she didn't get to play as much minutes because of, however Nola wanted to run the team. So we're saying, like, we seeing she could have had a close to triple double that last game had Lexi made a couple of them layups. You know what I'm saying? She had I think 23, 12, and 4, or something like that. And so we're kind of just saying, if she could bring this, I'm not saying she's gonna do the exact same numbers. I know she's gonna get her steals, right? And then we also brought up the previous year's MVP numbers. Zoe feels like don't compare it, but we just saying, right? Why can't she not be in the conversation? Why that's not on FanDuel, right? They got CC on there. You could bet on if CC is gonna be by the end of the season, right? I'm saying why she can't be in the conversation. That's basically what we're saying.
Well, because she's not CC, but that's one of the reasons. Listen, all the things that Zoe pointed out is legitimate. How your team does, but can she be an MVP candidate? Yes, because Angel is such a force multiplier. Her personality, her will, her passion, her focus, the dog in her, it just jumps off the screen and it jumps into her teammates. So yeah, she could be, but the thing is, I don't know how this roster is gonna totally look. I think Ariel Atkins will help her. I think Vandersloot will help her because they're veterans. They can show her, what it is to be a professional. Something that she really didn't get last year, or Camilla. But it's going to determine. It's going to be determined by a lot of factors. But for me, Angel just being Angel, I wouldn't put it past her to be in that conversation. But we also have to realize that politically, Angel is not very popular politically. And I'm not talking about among the players. I'm talking about the media, the pundits, the machine, as we call it. They're going to do whatever it takes to belittle and poo-poo what she does on the court, because there were a couple of people, but for the most part, everybody let the narrative of getting rebounds off her own misses and the not finishing at the rim and all of that, that they're gonna, they constantly harped on that. While when it came to CC, they didn't hardly ever mention her 200 plus turnovers for the year, which shattered the record. It didn't just break the record; it shattered it. It evaporated it. It atomized it. But they don't talk about that. But when they talk about Reese, all they talk about she missed layups, and now there's a narrative going around that it's just 3-on-3 as far as the unrivaled. What I'm saying online, it's just 3-on-3. She should have more rebounds than that because it's 3-on-3, not taking into account her playing time. But to answer the question, I think she could be, but I can't say for certain because of the makeup of this roster, and because winning comes with it.
Yeah, that's hey, Brass. That's a good point. Like Zoe, like put it in context because a lot of factors do weigh in. But if we just talking about numbers and basketball and what she's doing, she has to get some. She got to get some consideration, man. I mean, I understand what you're saying about the media pundits because we seen the media pundits what they tried to do. It was a smear campaign last year. We saw what they tried to do. They tried, and like I said, and I'm gonna keep on saying this. Caitlin Clark had the machine behind her before she even came in the WNBA. It was all these rave reviews about her, and just like Sister Noble alleviated to, she said the same thing about Angel Reese. Angel Reese went number 7. Notice 7 picks in the WNBA. They don't latch on long, right? They don't latch on long, but she stuck around. Her game translated. And what you said, Brass, everybody talked about Angel Reese's missed layups and stuff like that. But, people had to sit back and critique that, and people was all right with that. But then when we brought up Caitlin Clark's turnovers, we the ones hating. We the one trying to drag her name through the mud. And then the thing about it is when Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA, everybody fell in love with Caitlin Clark for the logo threes and stuff like that. But you got to understand something. When she came over to the WNBA, that stuff didn't translate with her. It was a struggle. Then all of a sudden, they wanted to flip the narrative. Oh, look at the assist that she's getting. She's out there passing like magic and doing all this stuff like that. So they try to change the narrative. But
that's right.
Before we move on, man, shout out to B Will for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
He said, love my community. Appreciate you, my brother. And then also, shout out for the $5 super chat. I think that's going to Lakeisha.
Here comes the money.
He says, Sister Lakeisha getting this money. All right, Key. I know you got some more things to say, but let you have it.
Nah, I mean, it's been a great conversation. I love hearing like everything everyone's saying for real. I think everybody has great perspectives, putting things into perspective, talking about the team wins too. Like, hey, you got to factor that in, etc. But I thought I heard feedback. But I just feel like, I mean, we just talking about coming into this year. Will she be in the conversation or saying she should be if she's averaging the numbers that we're seeing, things like that. I just, her trajectory is crazy. I think people really, really underestimate her. I think I get what you were saying, KSAP, when you said Asia-esque, or they'll start to put them against each, because that's just how stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
But I firmly believe when Angel hangs her sneakers up, it's gonna be people saying, is this person the next Angel Reese? Like I swear she's 101. Like I think she's gonna carve out her own lane, her own. She already really play her own style of wonky basketball. People hate her mechanics, but she done made that shit work for her with that rod in her leg and all of that.
That'd be a good thing though, Key.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's what I'm just wanting people
her
to,
her versus Asia Wilson. That would be a good thing for her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not discounting that at all. But I'm mostly for people who be like, oh, I think people try to find like, oh, she gonna be like Asia Wilson. Like her game gonna be like Asia Wilson.
Comparing her to one of the GOATs, though. You comparing her to one of the GOATs.
Yeah, that's why I say, because she, in order for her to get that MVP, she got to get in the conversation with the elites.
Yeah.
And that's how she gets in there.
Yeah, I agree with that, Zoe. But look, check this out. Let me address this, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Hold up, just let me shout out to Kurt Blanco for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
He said the conversation material needs work because missed layups and getting her own rebounds is gonna die out like VHS tapes next year. Facts. All right.
Hey, I gotta go, case out, man. Y'all be cool, man. Y'all be
Yeah. I appreciate
hey,
you coming up, breaking it down.
What's
Mac,
up, man?
you was doing
But-
all that
Hey, yo,
cooking before I got up here, man.
Hey, Zoe,
Man, I don't want to hear that, man. You scary, man. You scary. You scary. You scary.
I'm very
reserved,
my G. There's
Hey,
an
Sap,
issue.
they be doing all that cooking on your channel till they see my logo. Notice everybody got. They be doing all that
fall
cooking.
back.
Woody Mac, you scary, Woody Mac. You ain't get no phone call. You scary. You ain't get no phone call.
Where
Y'all
you
be
at,
smooth, man.
Loco? I don't
see you
you,
Monday,
bro,
man.
I wish I would him.
Peace out, bro.
I will say this.
I keep it the same all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say this though. Look, this is the funny thing. This conversation was about Angel Reese being in the MVP consideration, right? So now I see a lot of people in the chat. I see a chat that Uncle J.E. said something about they stacked the deck for Caitlin Clark. If they stack the deck for Caitlin Clark, why should she be considered in the MVP race if she got a stacked deck?
That's a good question because I believe they stacked the deck because they needed as many great players around her as possible. Because she doesn't have the intangibles of making her teammates better. That's why she doesn't have. That's why she doesn't have a championship. Unlike Angel, who is just bursting out her pores with intangibles. She's a walking intangible. She makes everybody around her better, and her teammates adore her. You never hear a bad word about Angel from teammates or other players. That's why they stacking that deck in Indiana because they know that Caitlin is her personality is not conducive to making people around her better.
Facts,
well, hell, does Kawhi Leonard make his teammates better?
Yes, he does in his own quiet way. Yes, he does.
He don't say a word.
Wow. Hey, that's impressive. Hey, what's up? What's up, bro, Claude? I see you in here, man. What's up?
Man, I've been in the highways and byways. That's why I had to jump down.
It's all good, man.
Drop up, drop down. You know what I mean? Because I'm in the streets. I did a quick live. I did not get no notification, brother, that you had went live. So
Man, we set it up. I set it up this morning, man. We was on there this morning, so I don't know,
okay,
but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
So I was sleeping. You know, I was up overnight to about 8 this morning on Shea Butter. So I had a lot of orders. But listen, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. Wody Mac, you need to knock it off. I already know you cause confusion. Stop it.
I ain't said nothing yet.
Man, stop it, man. Don't even do it. Don't even do it.
You got put in the trick bag. B put him in the trick bag. He quiet right now.
I did not disagree. Hold up. If y'all, all right, allow me.
Hold on, Wody. Hold on, Wody. You ain't got to explain yourself, man, because we about to wrap up the show. We got other shows that we got to go to. We're about to wrap the show up, man. You did, hey, Wody. It's nothing but love, though, man. But I just like how you come up here getting the frying pan. Go ahead.
Listen, that's my brother from another mother. You know what I mean? Me and Wody mess with each other. I don't like people that always have to agree with me and glaze me up and just saying you right. I like somebody that's gonna, you know what I mean, that's gonna challenge my intelligence. Yeah. You got what I'm saying? And intellectually, what we talking about right now is the baddest young 22-year-old to ever impact the WNBA in decades. This feeling that we having in the second year tandem made me feel the same way when Cheryl Swoops came. Made me feel the same way when Lisa Leslie came. You know, I'm an old head, so I remember those days, and that was the reason I was watching it back then. You know what I mean? When they retired, I kind of fell off and came back, and you know what I mean? When Candace came into the league, I it's the MVP year, and then of course the championships that she had those seasons, as the season with the Chicago Sky. So this is really my first year back from an old school standpoint. You understand what I'm saying? So I appreciate everything that you've been doing. All my two girls that's on there, I'm ready for the call the game in a second. But what I'm saying is this: Angel Reese is got to be the most impactful basketball player of all time. The way she done it, I'm talking about when you say a megastar. Look at how we talking about her. Look at the chaos, all the negativity. They say you weigh your business, the way you handle yourself, You weigh your greatness on your enemies. You don't weigh your greatness on your friends. You weigh your greatness on your enemies. She got diabolical great enemies. She got enemies that's so diabolical. They have to make up stuff. They bring signs. Angel Reese stinks. She not even present. Condos in your head. Condos all in your brain. Condos all in your mama's head. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, my take is that at the end of the day, y'all, to wrap this up, what are we talking about here? Why we even have to have a conversation? I know it's good for content and it's good for the pushback. It's good for everything else. But I'm just saying, man, don't piss me off when y'all talk about Angel Reese is not this and not that. Oh, you just weak rap. Y'all heard the song. I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, Angel Reese gonna have a very impactful year. She gonna translate in the Chicago Sky. I've been breaking down the players as the day's been going on, the individual players. Y'all could go over there to simply Ball Droppin's extension, steady serving, entertainment, and I'm breaking down each and every player throughout the week. I just did Michaela Wede last night, and I did today. I also did the new player, Alex Wilson. You know what I'm saying? I already did Kia Nurse. So I'm just telling y'all, man, Simply Ball Droppin podcast has started a community different than anyone else. Everybody else stay to themselves, but this man has spread the love. This man has spread the wealth. This man has spread the intelligence. If you listen, if you ain't right here, you ain't nowhere. This is the place to be. I'm just trying to tell y'all that, listen, the Simply Ball Droppin podcast with my main man, K-Sap, is the baddest podcast on planet Earth. Come and check out me and Key, and you know what I'm saying, the sister Keisha, on Cut That Ish, WBB Universe, and you know what I'm saying, Steady Serving Entertainment. We gonna call them games for you. We love you, we appreciate you, and we thank you. And that's all I got to say. Drop the mic.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Look, man, check this out, man. We had a great show tonight, man. We didn't reached over 14. We got 1,412 people either listening or watching the show. That's impressive. You know, we doing astronomical numbers. And we got to give a warm welcome to B from B Buzz Sports. We got to give her kudos and give her flowers for what she's doing, coming from the Twitter spaces, elevating us and getting us out there on the Twitter space, just like Sister Noble. She's over on the Twitter space, and they are broadcasting our lives on their Twitter space. And you got people in there listening to our conversation. And the thing about, like I told people the other night, Bro Claude had us up to 5 in the morning, and we had over, what was it, like 1,400 people watching because of what B has brought to this community coming from the Twitter spaces, just like Sister Noble. And we got to give them their flowers. We got to give everybody props in this community because everybody's playing their part. Everybody's doing their part. And guys, look, man, look, I got the best women alongside of me, man. Y'all just don't understand that, man. These women are holding it down. These women are very knowledgeable. And these women, they have the drive to be successful. And their knowledge that they have for the women's sports in general, it's so gratifying sitting back, listening, where you ain't got to talk the whole show. You sit back and listen to the women. So when you guys say K-Sap just be chilling, man, look, these women got it, man. These women are passionate about what they talk about. And like I said, man, facts over feelings. And when you have people that come on your panel and they give you facts, and like I said before, sometimes you get put in the trick bag. You just in the trick bag. You got to find your way out. You can't be dribbling the ball down the court and doing a retreat dribble. If you go into the hole, go to the hole. I don't want you to back it back out. Because once somebody put that act right on you, you got to find your own way out. You know what I'm saying? And like Pro Fan Talk, let them cook. So I appreciate that. B, for coming up here, backing up your whole soliloquy with the facts, the numbers.
I'm at 286. I need 14 people to get to 300.
Man, let's get B over the hump, man. Let's get B over the hump. She need 14 to get to that, what, 300?
Yep.
Oh, man, look. What's that, about 4 or 5 days?
Come on, y'all. Subscribe. Y'all gotta like, comment, and subscribe. If you like the content, you want more of it, you gotta subscribe and turn those notifications on.
So you know what's gonna hurt them though, Key? When we start doing that members only.
Members only.
That's gonna kill them. They're gonna be like, well, why come I don't see y'all? Hey, you gotta be subscribed. You know, you gotta be the member. You gotta be in the community, man. Come rock with us, man. We giving y'all nothing but facts, man.
Facts over feelings.
Tell them, B. Facts over feelings.
Facts over feelings.
Sometimes, man, you get your feeling hurt. Yeah. Hey, Wody Mac, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. But look, we got people up here that, get right with you. Just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Get right with me. So I know we're gonna wrap this thing on up with a pretty bow because my mind only was on the little back and forth with B. So only thing I was putting to an end to it. I said earlier in the conversation, y'all go back. I said it'll probably take anywhere from 18 shot attempts to get to that, right? Okay. You look at the 2 games, she got 20 points in Unrivaled, and that's the reason I'm showing y'all my screen, just to point to what I was saying earlier about 18 shot attempts. I think she'll get there. The 2 games she got there, right? It was 8 of 16, 10 of 19. Cool, boom. What B was saying is 10 made shots unfallible? Nah. But I know then taking into account free throws. If you get 8 made shot attempts, 4 free throws, that's 20 points also, right? If she does 20 and 10 and she's making most everything, yes, she's definitely like top 3 MVP consideration because the efficiency would be off the charts. But what I was pointing out to you, B, if that's not the case with the off the charts efficiency, still can get there. I think it would take maybe 18 shot attempts because the 2 games in Unrivaled, he got 20, 10 of 19, and 8 of 16 with them free throws and everything else. That's what I was saying. That's all I was saying.
All right, B, you ain't got to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to ask you this, Wody. I'm going to ask you this. I just wanted, when you going to give us some new material, Wody?
That sounded like some hate. I want to know, and I'm gonna ask you. That
I didn't
sounded
say
like
hate. I didn't say you was hating. I said
no, because somebody gonna say that. Yeah, somebody gonna say that. I don't see that.
Don't worry about them. This is me talking to you. I'm asking you, when are you gonna give us some new material?
I'm consistent, my brother. I'm consistent.
But this is what I'm saying, Wody. Every time you say anything about Angel Reese, I'm not saying you hating, but you got the same talking points, man. You starting to sound like Skip Bayless, man. You got the same talking points, man. That's all I'm saying. You got the same talking point. You know the narrative he created about LeBron. That's his same talking points, man. He started that stuff on Cold Pizza. The narrative, he don't have the clutch gene. He can't shoot foul shots. You creating this narrative about Angel Reese and you sticking with it. That's your talking points, man. That's all I'm saying, man. We got love for you, though, brother. We got love for you.
Y'all have a good one. Let me get back to work. I'm up here fake working.
All right, cool.
Let me get back to work.
All right, do your thing.
It's gonna get tiresome eventually.
Listen, after next year, B, I don't want to hear it, man.
That's what happens,
I know what
man.
next year gonna do, and I don't want to hear it after next year. I don't want to hear it.
But you know what happened though? CB, when you started off and you put him in the trick bag, he kind of fell back, right? And this is all I'm saying. I got much love for Wody. Wody been around for a minute, but it just seemed to me he got the same talking points, man. He don't give me nothing new when he's talking about Angel Reese, man. He gives me nothing new. Every time we talk about, this is what he brings up. He has the same talking points, man. That's all I'm saying, man. It's just, it is what it is, man. But I like having conversations like this. And like I said, we give people the meats with the potatoes. We give you a 4-course meal. We're not just going to give you sides where you're going to starve. We're going to give you some of the meat, right? And then we're going to put it on the plate for you. We're going to serve it to you. It's up for you to eat it. But if you don't eat it, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on just 1 second. Hey, shout out to Miguel for the $2 super chat.
Here comes the money.
Love the content. Keep up the great work. Man, I appreciate that. See, everybody love the content, man. Please subscribe to all these channels, man.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you so much, Miguel.
This community is off the chain, man. This community is off the chain. and see when we have people that come in the chat and say what they got to say, man, it makes it even better, man. But look, we had a great show tonight. Well, this evening, you know, we ain't on late. We got some other things we got to do. We got some games that need to be called. Make sure y'all go jump on these platforms where they calling these games. I think Keisha would cut the ish. Real Time Sport is calling the game. I think Key and Bro Claude is going to be going over there to call it with her. So y'all jump up in the comment sections, man. Y'all get the chat popping like y'all had this chat popping. And B, appreciate all the knowledge. Appreciate everything that you do. Bringing it over from the Twitter space, man. Much love.
Thank y'all so much. Great show. Great show. Y'all got to keep coming through. Thank you so much, K-Sap.
Appreciate y'all.